Alright guys, welcome to our first episode of Foodie Friday. So we're going to be highlighting Central Florida restaurants that we've come across, Central Florida restaurants that we are going to try for the first time.
Food spots.
Food spots.
Because it could be a food truck.
Yes.
It could be a restaurant.
Fast food restaurants, sit-down restaurants.
Could be a stand on the side of the road.
High-end restaurants, exactly.
Yeah.
It is all about food. This is going to be it's not going to be every Friday, but it's going to be Fridays that we try to highlight some of the foods that we're trying out in Central Florida.
My contract says it's every Friday.
Every Friday? Okay.
We'll see.
We will try our best. If you guys really do love this, we will do more. And it won't always be places we've discovered. It could be like we're cooking something new at home. So yeah, it's just really just all about food because we are foodies. So that's why we're going to be doing this ever so often. Right? So stay tuned for more of these episodes, but this is the first of many.
Show love, I'm gonna make you mine. There's something special about your love. I think it's one of a kind.
But this episode in particular, this one that you're gonna watch right now, is about a special place to us. Like this started out as just like a random kind of spot, but it's really kind of grown on us. We've enjoyed this place. You'll hear us call it the ranch, El Rancho, but it is really officially called the Orange Blossom Flea Market.
1792.
You have to Google it to get the exact address for it. I will put it in the comments below. If you ever hear me say, oh, I want to go to the ranch tonight to get some tacos or some chimas, it's Orange Blossom Flea Market that I'm talking about. All right, so stay tuned for our new series, The Ranch, on Foodie Friday. All right, guys, we are back on a beautiful Sunday. Guys, we're addicted, or I think we found our new like chill spot and it's pretty close to home. This was the place that we went to. Like, it wasn't a random stop by that we did yesterday. It was the place that we've been like kind of eyeing for a while. But we got an opportunity to go last night. Food was good. It was excellent, actually. I'm not gonna just be like it was good. It was excellent. There were a lot of stalls, but we showed you a little bit of the food. I don't think we came back to tell you how good the food was, but it was really good, and it was so good that we're going back right now. I don't think we understood the portion sizes of it. Dan just got 4 of the tacos, but they were really good. And after we ate them, we were like, we wanted more. So we were like, should we go back tonight? or because that lady said she was going to be there till midnight. So we are just taking the opportunity to chill out on like a Sunday, and it's 5:16 right now. We're gonna eat an early dinner kind of, and then take some home because we'll probably be hungry again in a couple hours, and take it from there. So we'll see you soon. Enjoy the drive.
Guys, so blinded by the sun, but we're here, we're checking it out. It's a little bit more than what we expected because at night we couldn't see the market area they have in the back too. So we're gonna do some exploring and let you guys know. Lisa is hungry and I am starving, so we are going to get some food first, even if it's just something to hold us over though. But it might be more than just like a little food spot, like a Faith Spend kind of style. We'll keep you posted. The first thing we spot, we see some churros. The donuts we got from over there were fire. Of course, mofongo, which I can never remember what is. I think Lisa tired to tell me what mofongo is now. Oh, okay.
Some claim they don't do it, but...
Baba, and then you're kicking up the dirt on purpose. That's our fault. That's what kids do, bruh. Lisa is very intrigued. Oh, this is the Dominican spot. We're gonna take a look at everywhere. That is what Lisa was excited about, is the fusion Chinese spot. We're gonna see what they have over here. Right now I'm starving, so everything sounds like a good idea. I'm gonna make Lisa get a good look at it. I know that I can at least go over by the little Mexican spot and get some street tacos, and they were fire. So I'm not worried about not getting something. But if you are gonna get something, this is where we're at right now. And we're gonna see what intrigues Lisa. I see something that kind of look like a burger or a slider. That's caught my eye. And let's see what Lisa gets interested in. This one tugging on my pants string, watching him show. And Lisa is deep in her evaluation of the menu. We're here chilling either way. I know that I can rely on the street tacos, so I know that there's always in the back pocket. But I'm all for trying new stuff. We'll see what's good at the end of the day.
It's like fried chicken? Chicken chicharron.
Yeah.
It's like fried chicken.
The good thing is they're very accommodating if there is a language barrier, which again is not normal in South Florida. Sometimes people are hostile when you run into a language barrier. And they're very friendly about if they're not bilingual, they try to get somebody to help you out or something. They're very friendly, which is just, besides being friendly, just good business sense, you know what I mean? So again, if we do end up getting anything from them, or even if we don't, come check them out. Here you go. My boy asking Lisa if she has any questions. We're still here deciding on if there's anything we're gonna try there. I'll see you guys on get something, okay? They make their own sauce here.
Pepper sauce, there's oregano, hot, onions, garlic, like a hot pepper.
No matter how different we think we are,
Yeah.
that's all have the African roots, and we all start cooking with the same stuff in the Caribbean. My man's about to ring us up. We're gonna get, I guess, some kind of platter thing like this is my guess. But these look fire as hell. But we'll see what we ended up with. Very accommodating. We explained to them, we don't eat pork, and the guy was trying to work with us and try to kind of mix and match something for us. I love the customer service we're getting here so far. I know I'm hungry, so I know I'm saying this with like hungry eyes. But man, everything smells crazy good right now.
Yeah, this is
Yeah.
oh, so good. This is so good. I'm gonna eat it first and then tell you. Okay.
Yo, the tomato is like a weird sweet. The queso, the sauce in it, even the beef, it's like a cheap beef, like cheap street beef that's like awesome.
It's so good and it's thick.
Yeah.
It's a thick.
This is clearly not like, oh, I'm gonna go to a 5-star. This is not Wagyu beef,
The
but
bread
it's
is
so good.
bread is good.
Oh, bread is excellent.
Yeah, bread.
Listen, you guys did not want to witness us eating a while ago. Whatever that burger sandwich, whatever that is, they kind of made a modified version for us with plantain, the cheese and thing there. I want to tell the man for gonna name it the Jamaica. Cause that, I was just talking to Lisa and saying, if we bought a house up in Dr. Phillips, you wouldn't come back down here. I would travel down here literally just for that sandwich. Literally just for that sandwich. It is messy as hell because it's saucy. Like, yo, the fact that it's not in my beard is a miracle. It's crazy, but yo, it is so good. It is so good. Please, if you're on your way to Haines City, you're down in Polk County, anywhere, come over here, support, because yo, I can't describe it to you. The tomato was sweet, the plantain. Listen, if you're from South Florida, You know when you think you're having a good Pincher Factory burger or something? This is what Pincher Factory is supposed to be. And I love Pincher Factory. Don't come for me. Pincher Factory, I love you. If you're in Miami and you can't get to get this, go Pincher Factory and know that that is like the like Burger King version of this. Not Burger King, but you know what I mean, like the big, like the more chain restaurant style of this. This is crazy. And that's not just the hunger talking. Because I'm pretty full, but I'm gonna find space for something else, whether it's the churros, the donuts, maybe one more thing. And no, Lisa don't tell me about some other kind of taco that I don't know if I really go get my street tacos, but everything we've eaten here so far, from the food last night to right now, fire. I want to tell you something ironic though. Originally when I was like, yeah, them have all kinds of Hispanic food, Mexican, Dominican, this, that. I don't know why Lisa didn't just text it for like, no, they really want Dominican food. But she was just like, no. And then this was literally the first place that we walked up. And I am not regretting coming here, because this was worth it. Anyway, back to the Dunka Dunka.
So we have a list of criteria that we're kind of gonna go by. So you'll see Dan looking down at the phone because we're gonna go through just bits and pieces of why we came to the rating that we came to. So first one. So
this gets surgical, okay? I get really detailed here. So the first thing I do is I look at variety, and I gave it a 1 to 5 rating. And the variety, I have to say, is a 5. Now a lot of people will get into saying like restaurants can overdo it with an overwhelming menu. This borderline is getting into overwhelming because there's so many things, but it gives you more reason to go back. And I didn't get a chance
to highlight the whole menu, but I'm gonna tell you they did fried fish, they had stews, they have this like platter thing. If you're Dominican, you know the name of it, but it has like the salami and the queso frito. Like it's literally like a tin of like meats and cheese, tostones.
Quantities are very healthy.
We saw people eating the soups. Literally, they do everything.
So what I have to say about the variety is it's something that is going to sound like a backhanded compliment, but it's actually extremely smart business sense. And it is what I say that Taco Bell does very well. They have a certain amount of things that they can encompass into several other dishes. Exactly. So they get so much variety out of having these certain elements. Now, it's not to say they only have like meat, cheese, and like 5 things, and they keep finding 5 different ways, you know, like 80 ways to make the combination. They have a lot of ingredients. But what's more importantly and more smart about that is they find several ways to repackage those same items over and over. And they're all unique and they all taste good from what we've seen.
Because like he's saying, the platters had the cheese and the salami. And then you could also get that in one of the chimas. The tostones are in, again, the platters. You can do that as a side. There's... Trust me. And for us, we always talk about we don't eat pork. So we are always trying to say, okay...
Which they're very accommodating.
They were very accommodating. So we'll
and
get into that with the
that,
customer service.
So... For this series, we might as well just put this in the top corner here. Everything that we've come across so far, we're going to go back eventually, but everything pricing wise, I have to give a 5 on pricing.
Same thing to add on to the pricing. The chimas, which you saw that it's the El Maduro.
What name chima again?
That's the burger one, right?
Yo.
Okay, that one alone was like mind blowing. We asked for no bacon in that one. And instead of them giving me an upcharge, they added plantain and then they added the queso frito. And they didn't add anything to the price.
Yeah. You know, when you go somewhere and you ask them to modify something, and you even tell them like, hey, I will pay the regular price. Yeah. Just leave that item out, and they have that like glitch, like you just malfunctioned. Like, yes, just the bacon. Don't put it on there. I'll even pay for it. Just don't put it on there. And they look at you crazy. They're very like understanding.
But they understood. So we understand that like bacon adds a flavor. If you take away that, are you going to mess with the flavors that they're trying to.
So they didn't just take it off. They tried to add back something else
the
into
salt,
it.
the salty and sweet, which is what I've been told is what pork does for a meal. So adding that, you know, the queso, because I just wanted the queso frito.
To be honest with you,
and they added the plantain, and I was like,
to be honest, so the next thing is going to be the stock. They weren't running out of things. There is one particular place that we did go to that by the time we got over to them, all they had left was fries. 5 on stock. They had everything that was there. There wasn't anything that they were telling us they were out of. As far as locations, I think they were telling us, and we learned that a lot of the food truck game here is about having multiple locations. There's another food spot up in Kissimmee that has more food trucks and more of that kind of style to it, and a lot of them have duplicate trucks there or another trucks that they spend, and that's why this place in particular isn't open all week long, because they're working at the other spots at the other time of the week.
We don't believe they have another food truck. This is not one of the ones with another food truck.
I don't believe so.
Yeah. If you're watching, correct us below. Correct us in the comments.
So appearance and presentation is next.
Sorry. In the video you saw that there is a phone number. You can call ahead and make an order if you're familiar with their menu. And you can also find their menu on their Instagram, which is on the truck. Appearance.
So again, it's gonna sound cheesy. I'm giving them a 5 just because of that small hometown feel. You have to understand, you're not going to a 5-star restaurant. So if you're gonna go out there and be too stush to sit down on, you know, some like wooden stools
Picnic
and some kind of thing.
But
then,
I think they did such a good job. The tent was so nice. They had fans.
Yeah, it's nice uncovered. They had like in case the sun is out.
The plants out there. If you looked at some of the other trucks, they just are a food truck and that's it. They have like a nice seating area.
Yeah.
Like I really thought that was nice.
Kind of drawn to it. They feel centralized.
Yeah.
There. I feel like that's kind of what even made us walk over to them, is they have their little fenced out area. There's only so much you can do with what they have there, and I feel like they do the maximum that they can.
I will
so
say,
that's why I'm giving them a 5 there.
Them and another restaurant that we haven't been to, they're kind of competing. They're that Mexican like restaurant that was in another big tent.
Oh yeah.
But this is just like a smaller version of that. But out of all of the places we've seen so far, they really do a great job of making you feel like you're in the Caribbean and like at like a chill spot.
He got his music booming out there. Like I said, it's a covered area if you're there in the daytime, and it's hot, especially down here in Florida. 90% of the time it's hot. It's just a nice relaxed vibe there. The little fenced area also is a bonus for parents, because we could let Kellan out in that area and without worrying about him running directly into the street. I could kind of just sit at the back part, or there's a little bench part, and allow him to kind of generally run around in the area. And that's what pretty much all of the other people were doing. I had other kids running around in that general area there. So nice little fenced off area. I gotta give them a 5. Yeah.
Customer service.
Customer service.
I think we've been saying this from we started this. Their customer service is amazing. There
from the first night that I went there.
The initially, guy spoke English very well.
Yeah, there was a little bit of a language barrier with his mom. But his mom knew to ask him. And again, something that I touch on even in the video is you don't get this hostility to the language barrier. They're trying to be accommodating. They're understanding that you don't understand their language. They just return the energy that you give. If you're not giving them an attitude about it, they're not giving you an attitude, and they're trying to understand. Even go as far as to apologize that they don't speak English, even though this is very much a Latin
community.
There's the high concentration of Hispanic and Latinos in the area, so they could really just kind of look at you like, what are you doing here if you don't speak Spanish? But which you've gotten plenty of that in South Florida, and I've never gotten that vibe from anyone there. They either are bilingual and are able to just switch over and speak to you in English, or they're very, very much trying. They whip out their phone, translate. Exactly. Just smart customer service.
Yes, very kind, and that's how you want to feel like when you're like,
you feel welcome. You don't feel like an outsider.
I'm getting a service You know, this is like a give and take kind of situation, and you feel like, yeah, they care. And they come and they kept checking on us and how was it? You know, do you want anything else? They picked up the trays when, you know, other people left. Very nice. Do you want to talk about how long it took?
So I am very lenient here with this. I feel like maybe you can definitely see where somebody in a rush can kind of be like, go ahead and call ahead depending on what your temperament for how long you're willing to wait for your food. But it's not like Jamaican restaurant like 30-40 minutes sitting down there.
I will say it was like 30 minutes because I left for a while and came back. But someone that cooks and someone that yet cooks, we're going to say we understand because they're cooking this from scratch. The foods are like seasoned, I'm sure, but they are putting everything in the fryer
made to order. So I'm alright with that. It's not fast food, so if you're deciding between here and Wendy's, go to Wendy's.
But they have options at the ranch. Like you can get the tacos that literally like minutes, you know, and they're done. But
lightning quick.
This food, it took its time.
It was
between 20 and 30 minutes, but I think it was about 30 minutes. But it was worth the wait. Truly, it was worth the wait.
Well, this is a little controversial, but I like to include this everywhere, whether it is a restaurant, whether it's a hotel, anything like that. Did I get a sense, and I already kind of touched on this, but did I get a sense of any disparity between the way I am treated versus maybe someone that is seen to be more local or of that same culture? And I never felt like I was on outside at any given time. There was obviously a language barrier, but there was communications of, oh, where are you from? Okay, you're from Jamaica. Oh, yeah, I love Jamaica. Friendliness, but also just a welcomeness. I didn't feel like I was waiting longer, and then it was like, which I get sometimes, you get this like straight face, like, that'll be $5.50, and then the next person behind you, maybe they speak Spanish, and it's a big ear-to-ear grin, and and their food is faster. I didn't see that disparity between that. I felt like everyone got the same good customer service. Definitely.
Like the son, he came and sat and talked with us just the same that he didn't sat and talk to the table that was in front of us. So that's how you want to feel. You want to feel like, oh, this is really the community that we're a part of. So
even if I was an outsider, I didn't feel that way. So that's all that counts.
So customer service. Right, we're gonna go with 5
friendliness. They were very knowledgeable, and they were very willing to educate you on what these words meant, so that you could help yourself go to the next one and say, okay, well now I know. You know, if you didn't know any Spanish at all, okay, I picked up on what pollo is. I picked up on what just these simple things.
We know pollo and queso. We know those two for sure.
So the last thing, the only thing that I could probably say I could take any points off at all is my last category, which is the accessibility and hours. I'm still a little confused on what the exact days and hours are. There's seasons where they have their busy times. They're gonna be there longer time periods and stuff like that.
So right now they said that this is their slow period, which some people, you know, Dan spoke to someone that said it was because it's like kids are in school. It's not summertime where there's a lot of tourists that they go
around a lot of college, they said, which was a bit surprising. But so it's not really major points off, but it's just that it's not super consistent. It's not like you can say Monday through Sunday 9 to 5. There are different hours, and even within that there's a variety of them.
Food truck. There were some people that said that they were there Thursday through Sunday. There are some people that were closing down by like sunset. There's some people that stayed till 9 or 10. The taco lady said 12 o'clock she was there. So it really depends on the person. So you kind of have to go on like a weekend at like 3 o'clock and then say like, oh, if I love this place, I'm gonna find out the hours so I can come back or call or stuff like that.
Again, not to be too sentimental, but it's also down to this being a small business. They have to work around what their profit margin is and their own life and those things. So I kind of, even though I'm saying points off, I'm not holding it really against them, because you just kind of know that personal like side of it.
Summertime, the hours might be Monday through Sunday, so it really kind of just depends.
They're
on
a community, so
yeah.
they're very much reliant on each other. There's not one that's gonna be like 24/7. I'm always booming. They kind of all suffer from the same thing, the location.
So overall, we are giving, drumroll, that's drumroll, 5 hearts to Sal Y Pimienta. Amazing, amazing.
Salt and pepper.
We are going back. We taped this after the fact, and we've been back, and we've had a chima again. It was still good.
Consistent. It was consistent. It wasn't like, yo, the burger meat like shrink, or it wasn't. It's just down to what you order.
It was so good. It was so good. It was so good. I'm actually tempted to go back again tonight, but we're not gonna do that. Thank you so much. They were.
So I don't know if that's a plane making that cloud. I'm assuming, but you can just see as the sun kind of hits off of it how beautiful the sun set is getting at this time of year, even though it's getting a little bit more quick to come. So I was pointing out the churro spot yesterday, and then Lisa said there's somewhere that has a churro sandwich.
No, I think it's that one.
Oh, it's the same one? Disney. I'm gonna taste these churros. And Disneyland people, I'm coming for you. Because if this is good, we're doing a challenge. We are doing a challenge.
That's the Burrito Tacos place.
Look at Lisa. She went from a tourist to a tour guide over here now.
I'm telling you. They have everything here. They have Italian, they have Mexican, they have Colombian, they have Puerto Rican, they have Dominican. What am I missing? And there's takes on things like, okay, like mofongo. What is mofongo? It's green plantain, right? Then they have dufungo and trifungo. Dufungo is that with sweet plantain. Trifungo is green plantain, ripe plantain, and yuca. Like, yo, that's mad. I'd never known that.
It looks like the churro spot is where Lisa saw the churro sandwich thing. They have funnel cake and like real churros. Yes, sir. This looks like also this place is going to be a series, because it's going to be hard to get through this place in 1 or 2 videos. We'll do a couple of stops here, trust me.
Love, I think it's one of a kind. There's something special about your love. I want it all.